Hello everyone, welcome back to another how to build the earth in Minecraft. I don't remember what part this is, but I'm pretty sure it's been quite a few. It's originally going to be the 800 subscriber special, but now it's already the 900 subscriber special because I just didn't make any for 3 weeks. So we're going to be doing the Ivory Coast down here, and obviously the other countries in that area like Senegal, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia and such. So we're going to need red, white, blue, obviously black for the borders. We're going to need yellow, we're going to need green, we're going to need lime. We're going to need lime of all colours. So lime there. And then we'll go with, I do need some other colours, but we'll go with light blue next, because that's the next one in the row. So we're going to be starting from here, down at the bottom of Mauritania. We're going to begin right here with, as Harold says, a funny Tetris piece, like so. Then a 2, a 1, and a 2. Then going the other way, a 1, a 1, and a 2. Then we're going to go 3 in, and coming straight off of that, 3 down, and then another 3 in. Like so, it should be like a lopsided C shape there. We're just going to begin with the outline of the whole coast and then do the country borders afterwards. So then we're going to do 2 and a 1, then a 2 in, and like a cornery type piece with a 4 coming off. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, like that. Then a 2 and a 1. And we're going to do a 3 down, corner, and then 1, 2, 3 ones, and then another funny Tetris piece like that. Then another 3 ones, so 1, 2, 3. Then a 3, 1, 2, 3. Then another 3, 1, 2, 3. Then 2 ones, 1, 2. Then 2, 1, 2. Then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 3 coming down like so. Then a 1. Then a 2, a 1, and a 2. Then a 2 down. Then another 2 across. Then a 1, a 2, and a 1. Okay. Hold on a second, let me just count this line. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So we're going to then need to do one that's 8 long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And leaving these 2 at the end here, you're going to want to do a 5 coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Then you're going to want to do a 2. And then another very long one. Hold on, let me just count this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a 2 with like a little square at the end, like so, and then 2 up. So it looks, if you look this way, it looks like a B-52 bomber plane. Then it is a 5 down here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So about all those things, those I just drop them on the ground, drop all the materials on the ground after I've finished filming each video, so it's it's going to be some litter around. Then 2 2s, so 1 2, then a 3, then a 2, then a 3, like that, then a T shape that's been turned on its side, so like that, then a 1, and then it is a 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. But here and here you're going to need to go up 7 in total, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 on both of those. Right, this is the end of the coastline part, so now we're going to start work on the country borders, beginning with this one, which is the one on the end that we're going to do. So after this 7 on the right hand side, we're going to do a 3, a 2, and a 3. Then 2 2s, then a 3, and then another little like squarey part there with a second 3 coming off the top, and then a 1, then a 3 with again another little squarey part, and a 1 coming down the bottom like that. Then we are going to do a 2 up, and then a 3 coming off of that, like so. Then a 1, a 2, and 1 1 1, which should be connecting up to that, but I'm just going to go like that. Look, lined up perfectly. Okay. Then coming off of here, this sort of cornery part that we did down here, we're going to do a funny Tetris piece, and then a 2, and then a 4 down, so 1 2 3 4, then a 1, a 2, a 3, another 3, and that's it for that bit. Alright, so then we're going to go back up to this part here. We're going to come off 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and come down 3 off of that, so it's like a big C. Then we're going to do 4 down, a 1, and then, oh, that's a very long one, so I'm going to go back down to this little T we did, and then 2 2s, and if it's correct, it should just be a straight line up through there, like so. Then, because this line is quite a bit longer, we're going to go over to here, and we are going to come down to this part here, and then do a 4, like so. Then a 3, like that, a 1, and another 3. Then we are going to do a 4 up like that, so it's like 3 on either side of like a corner. And we're also going to do 2 down, like so. And then there's a 2 there, and this should line up with that, and it's just a big long line like that. So that's 3 countries down already. Then we're going to do a 4 down like this here, then a 3, then 2 more 3s, then a 3 in, and that should have lined up there. Okay, so the problem must be in this area. So I'm just gonna do that. Look, lined up perfectly. Okay, so then we're gonna come to this very tall part here that we did a minute ago. I'm going to come to this left side here, and we're going to do 4 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to bring it up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sort of a corner on the top of that, like so. But on the end of the corner here, we need another 2, like that. So that's just how I work these out, make it easier in segments, you know. Apologies if that's too confusing. Just let me know down in the comments. Okay, then we're going to do a 3 here, a 1 and a 2, then another 1, sorry, a 2 coming to the side, because that didn't line up again, and then 3 up. So there must be a problem with Marley that we did last time, but that's okay, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay. So then we're going to come down to this little part here that was a tad bit confusing. And we're going to come up 2, then another 2, then across 4, then down 2 coming off of that, like so. 3 going up with a little corner on the end, like that. Again, apologies if it was confusing. Then 2 down, and 2 diagonally. Look, we're doing so well. We're almost there. Okay, then from this second little confusing part, I'm going to want to do 2 up and then 2 diagonally. Then a very straight line there, so we're going to come over to here where there's these 3 diagonal ones, and we're going to take from right there 4 diagonally. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a straight line should come across like there. Lovely. So then we are going to go to here, this little corner on the coast. I'm going to put a 1 there, and then a 2, and then a 1, 1, and then that is 4 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go from here. We're going to take a straight line all across. It should just go all the way across to there. Now we're down to our final country outline, the Gambia. I love the Gambia. It's tiny, it's literally just a river, but it's so nice, you know? Okay, so then we're going to do 2, and then a 1, like so. I'm going to move this top part and do a 3 across, and then a 2, and then a 4, then a little corner there, and just a straight line back, like so. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Loads and loads of countries on the Gold Coast for 900 subscriber special. I'm going to be filling in all the flags now. And yeah, so let's get started with the Gambia. I'm going to take green concrete. Going to want to go to this little part down here and just fill that. Just that's it. So I'm going to take red, go to that little too wide spot like that, fill that in, then fill the rest in with blue concrete. That's it for the Gambia. Pretty simple, I know. Now we're going to do Senegal, which surrounds it. We're going to want to take our lime down there, right under this little part here next to the 1. Going to want to take that above as well. And we're going to put yellow beside it. And then we are going to want to move to right here next to this little intersection, the block directly next to it. You're going to put your yellow line. Oh, apologies for that. Then you're going to want to take red concrete and put it beside that. Then you're going to want to go to this most northern part of the Gambia place 2 blocks up diagonally, like so, and then a line block diagonal to that. And that is the beginning of our star. I'm going to put 2 there, a 4, and then a 2. That's it for the Senegal flag. So I'm just going to fill this in with you here, because there isn't really much point cutting away today, as the countries are fairly small, and I'll just be moving on really quickly, you know. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to apologise for the lack of videos as of recent. I've got to be honest, I just completely lost motivation entirely. I've been a bit busy with schoolwork as well, because I've got my GCSEs coming up in the next 2 months. So that is rapidly encroaching. But never fear, once May has rolled around, well, maybe just now, I might start uploading a bit quicker. So don't worry, I've not abandoned the channel. I've not died. I've not gone anywhere. I'm still here. I'm still gonna finish this series. Okay, here we go. There's Senegal. That's done. Now we're gonna do Guinea-Bissau, which is this little cornery part here. I'm going to take red concrete, I'm going to put a line there, fill that in. I'm going to take yellow concrete, you're going to put a line there, fill that in up on the top side. Then below that, you're going to take your dark green concrete, put a line there, fill all of that in below. Perfect, that's Guinea-Bissau. Fairly simple flag, but simplicity is sometimes quite nice, you know. Much easier for me. Okay, now we're going on to Guinea, which is this large one here. I'm going to take red concrete. We're going to go to this second diagonal one down. I'm going to put a line up. Then a yellow concrete next to it, to the right, like so. Then we're going to go to this confusing little part down here. Going to take yellow from this little corner all the way up. And then green concrete, the dark green concrete, all the way down to the right of that. Now what I'll do is, because this one's slightly bigger, I'll wait till the end of the video and then I'll just cut back to fill this in. Okay, now we're going to do Sierra Leone. I'm going to go from this westernmost portion here and lime all the way across. Directly below that, white concrete. Then we're going to go to this part here, as you can see, white concrete back across. Apologise. Then below that, light blue concrete down below. And we are going to fill this one in, as it is a very small country. Which I don't know too much about Sierra Leone, but I've heard it's pretty nice. Used to be owned by the British Empire. I don't really know much about any African countries. I would give you many interesting facts, but this is an area I do not know much about, unfortunately. Okay, now we're going on to Liberia. Here, I'm going to take blue concrete. I'm going to bring it down from that point, right there, just to here, where it's below right there, starting. So it's like a little corner, but in this middle centery part there, we're going to have one block of white concrete, because this flag does have stars in this upper left hand corner. Then we're going to do 2 rows of red there, 2 rows of white, like that, and then 2 more rows of red. I think you can see where this is going. 2 more rows of white. It's very, very similar, the Liberian flag, to the American flag, the US of A, but the US actually claimed its flag after Liberia claimed this flag. So if you think about it, the USA stole the flag idea from Liberia. Alright, well that's that one done. Pretty nice, simple country. Now we move on to the Ivory Coast, which is this large one here. We're going to get rid of our light blue concrete, and we're going to swap it for some orange concrete. And we are going to start it right on the end of this 8 here, going all the way up. Then I'm going to take some white down for the middle stripe. Then we're going to go to this very long one, I believe it was 9. And we're going to go from this second block to the left with the white stripe all the way up, and then lime down to the right. And again, this flag is very, very similar to the flag of Ireland, which just has the lime and orange swapped around. Fun fact about the Ivory Coast, it prefers people to call it Côte de l'Ivoire, as it was a French colony up until some point in the 1900s. The 1950s, I believe, it was given independence. And but they chose not to have their name translated into other languages, but its translation is the Ivory Coast, named after the abundance of rhinos, which obviously have ivory horns, and there was lots of poaching there of rhinos, which is probably why they didn't want their name to be translated. Again, very nice place, I've heard. Other than the stuff I've already told you, I don't know much about this country, but it has a very nice flag, has very nice borders as well, lovely shape, you know. And there it is, there's the Ivory Coast finished. We are now moving on to Ghana, over here. We're going to take the dark green concrete, we're going to go to this middle 3 here, the middle block, and a line of green all the way across. Then we're going to take yellow on the line up above it. Then we're going to go to this 4, the second block down, we're going to take the yellow across. Then we're going to get red and put red up above it. Okay, so now comes the tricky part, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to take black concrete from the bottom of this 4. It begins 4 blocks out, so 1, 2, 3 on the 4th block there. Going to skip 1 and then a black, and skip 1 and then black, then a 3 down below, then 1's there and 1's diagonally to that, and that I believe is the star of Ghana. So let's just fill in Ghana. Another fun fact about Ghana is it was also owned by the British Empire. So I was struggling to remember whether it was French or British then, but I'm pretty sure it was the British Empire that used to own Ghana. It has a very, very nice flag and a lovely, like, rectangular shape, in my opinion. It's quite a small country, but it's been elongated by the Mercator projection of the world map, which is the projection we obviously are using for this, and it's not much taller than France. Well, a bit shorter than France, actually. but it's quite a small country. I'm not exactly sure much about its history, other than that it was owned by the British up until the 1950s again. But yeah, that's that one done. So now we move on to Togo, which is the third one to go. Okay. We're going to take red concrete. We're going to go to this one here. I'm going to put 2 blocks out, and I'm going to take it up. Okay. Then I'm going to go to this 4. I'm going to take our white concrete. I'm going to put 2 blocks out. That's it. That's the 2 blocks. That's all of the white you need there, and you just fill around it with red. My apologies. Then I'm going to take yellow concrete. I'm going to put a little corner up there. I'm going to take green and fill it down until 2 blocks after the bottom of this red. I'm going to take our yellow again, and we're going to fill it until the bottom of this large line here. Then we're going to take our green again, and we're just going to fill it until the bottom, like so. That's Togo. And now we move on to Benin. Oh yes, Togo was owned by the French, by the way. Now for Benin, we're going to take our green right here from this 8 block. Just keep going up with the green, like that. And we're going to fill it off to the left. Just fill it in, like so. Then we're going to take our red. Okay, I'm going to go to this 2 block here. I'm going to go off to the left and then pull it down. We're going to quickly fill that one in, as so. And then the rest of this, up to the top right hand corner, hand corner, is filled with yellow. And while we do that, here's some fun facts about Benin. Benin is used to be owned by the French Empire. I believe it was the 3rd French Empire, fought during World War II and won. It was owned by the French for, I believe, 100 years before it was released at some point in the 1950s, like many of the other African countries. Now, we move on to Burkina Faso, which is a really difficult one because the star is right in the middle and there's no discernible features of where to put it for you to follow. But I'll try my best. We're just going to take red concrete from right here on this difficult part. We're just going to take it right across all the way. Then we're going to take our lime concrete below that, and we're just going to take it right across all the way. But now, here's the tricky part. At some point in the middle of here is a yellow star. And I believe it begins from this 2 here, all the way down right there. So that's the first point. Below that 2, after the 1, directly on top of this line here. I'm going to skip 1 and then a yellow, and skip 1 and then a yellow. Going to remove these 3 blocks in the red line, replace them with yellow, and then these separated 2, replace them with yellow, and then 2 diagonally there, which is the same style of star as Ghana, just below it. But it's a bit tricky as to where it is placed. Sorry about that notification. I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. But we're now going to fill this in with lime and red. And yeah, here's some fun facts about Burkina Faso. It is the final country we are doing here before we fill in Guinea over there. It used to be owned by the 3rd French Empire, which was the largest French empire, but still pretty small in comparison to some other empires. Coming in a close 5th place in the scale of all world's largest empires. it doesn't really have too much interesting about them as far as I know, but it's got a very interesting name, Burkina Faso. Don't know where it's derived from. Pretty cool though, isn't it? Sorry, this commentary's very, very dry, but unfortunately it's all I've got. But there we go. There's Burkina Faso. That's the eastern part of this all done. We're going to fill in Guinea now. Fun fact about Guinea, it was, again, owned by the French Empire. Again, released independently in the 50s or 60s. I'm not too sure when. I think it was 50s though, because most of the countries were released during the 50s. It's actually the country Guinea-Bissau, which was the tiny one over there, also wanted to call themselves Guinea because they were both in the area of Guinea. But Guinea owned more of Guinea, so they claimed the title, but to stop confusion amongst them, Guinea-Bissau added the Bissau, which is the name of its capital city. So there's a little fun fact for you there. That was probably a little bit confusing, but the gist of it is they're both in an area called Guinea, one of them called Guinea, one of them added the name of the capital at the end. Liberia, that we did over there, with the similar to American flag, was actually never colonized and remained completely independent throughout its entire history, which is fun fact about Liberia. But that's it. That's the Gold Coast, as it's called, the Gold Coast of Africa. So the next video should not be too far away, but it will be this country up here, Niger. That's the proper way to pronounce it, Niger. And then after that will be Nigeria down there. So that's it for this video. You can just chuck all of your concretes on the ground. Well, you probably shouldn't, because you'll need the next video. But that's it from me. I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be soon. Goodbye.